Blessings. Welcome to another Law Enforcement Daily Devotional where we're reading God's Word and we're looking for law enforcement takeaways that can help us in our job to reflect Jesus Christ. Uh, and hopefully that'll lead to questions about why you act the way you do, and you can give a ready answer. So this is training for that. Today our read was Psalms 23, Psalm 26, 28, 31, and 35. So a lot of a lot of chapters, but a lot of really good reads, a lot of good information. We started off with 23rd Psalm, which we all know is the Good Shepherd, uh, one of my favorites. But I imagine you've heard enough about that one through sermons. I kind of want to skip that one. I'm going to jump into chapter 26, and we're going to talk about a law enforcement takeaway that I got out of that one. 26 verse 11, David is talking about his integrity. And a lot of times, David was a man of great integrity. Um, but a lot of times, we know that in law enforcement, that we are not the only profession that really depends on its members having a abnormal amount or level of integrity. There are other professions that require that, but law enforcement is a noble profession, and we are held to that standard, that higher integrity. A lot of, if you think about New York's finest or Chicago's finest, back in the day, people considered that the cream of the crop of their their town or their city would be law enforcement officers. They would be the ones that would protect them, and they wanted them to be the ones with the highest level of integrity so they could be trusted with the authority and the power that they had. We're still expected to have that level, although it's not recognized as much today as it used to be, but we still have to maintain that level of integrity. While I was writing this and really thinking about it, I wrote this down, and I wouldn't be able to just spout it off again, but let me read it to you. Um, I know that we in law enforcement are not the only profession that relies on each member to have a high level of integrity, but if we maintain the idea of being a noble profession, then integrity is absolutely necessary. It is foundational and a non-negotiable for us. We must take every example of integrity that we find in God's Word and study it, analyze it, and then we need to mimic it. Not only for appearance sake, for our communities, but to transform the very being of who we are. That is integrity. And the very meaning of the word integrity is not to have an outward appearance of integrity but not have integrity inside you. That is not integrity. Integrity is whole and complete. It's not divided by an outward appearance and an inward truth. It all lines up and it's all one thing: integrity. We need to really work on integrity. And here's a great example that we need to study and look at. See how David has integrity, see how he shows integrity, and be men and women of integrity. And before I run out of time, I want to jump over to Psalm 28, which was also a really good takeaway. Um, in Psalm 28, chapter 4, David just reminds me that people in our country, our society, in our entire world, they don't recognize that justice doesn't come from us. Justice doesn't come from a legal system. Justice doesn't come from judges or cops or sheriffs or federal agents. Justice comes from God alone. He's our boss. He's who we work for. Justice comes from God, and we've got to recognize that too. We can't go around thinking that we're the ones who dole out justice, because we don't. Um, we work for our communities. We try and bring justice to them, but remember, justice only comes from the Lord. Tomorrow's read, still in Psalms, and we're still going to read quite a few, trying to get enough done that we can finish this Bible read in 1 year. So read ahead: Psalm 41, 43, 46, 55, 61, 62 and 64. It's a lot of read, but trust me, I know I'm reading ahead and studying right alongside you. So I look forward to meeting with you again tomorrow. If you've got any questions, concerns, comments, email me at chuck@fcpo.org. Let me know what you think. You guys be blessed, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.